All right, everybody. Thank you for hopping on tonight. I really appreciate you taking the time and investing into your business as a new coach. This is when you build a community. This is when you start to put a little bit more effort in. And the more effort and time you put in, I promise you're going to have more fun. You're going to be able to do your business more effectively, and you are going to meet the right people to help. So I posted about some questions that you guys might have for me. And it sounds like a common theme is what to post on your like page versus personal page, which is a huge thing. So I'm going to cover that. And then a few of you asked about random messages as well as your challenge group scripts. So I'm going to start off with the random messages. If there are people, especially males, that you do not want to interact with, I just push archive or I report them to right away. I don't even write them back. I don't even entertain the idea. If it looks like a legit male, I guess, like someone that might be genuinely interested in fitness, or if he asks about fitness, I just had this happen. And I asked him a question and he gave me an answer. He's like, yeah, I'm looking for help in fitness. And I responded and I said, I actually have a male coach that would be great for you to work with. Do you mind if I send him your name? And I never got a response back. So clearly he was not looking for fitness advice. So I just delete it. I just delete it or report it. You can choose, but their intentions probably aren't right. And so I don't even open the message. I just put it in the archive so it just sits there and whatever, whatever, who cares? Or I delete it and act like I never saw it. Or if it comes off really creepy or his picture looks really creepy, I just delete it. Same thing on my actual posts. And I've gotten this a lot more since I've opened my page up to the UK. But they're not UK people. I don't even know what countries they're from. But again, I just delete the comment and then I block the person from my page. I ban them from my like page. So opening that up, as you are in the public eye, you're going to get some of that. It's kind of normal. But as soon as I see it, I just delete the comment and then I ban that person from my page so that I never have to deal with them again. They can't even find my page. And I had this happen on my personal page one time. He was a troll. Like, the guy was just atrocious. And it was kind of cool because under his comment was like 50 comments of people supporting me. And so it's kind of cool to see my tribe come in and support me. I was over my children's names, and he did not approve of the name Brooklyn and Grayson, and just thought he should share that with me that I had ugly kid names. So, but again, I just hid the comment, I deleted it, and that's that. Like, hurt people are going to hurt people. So when that stuff happens, if it's not something that I can really even bother with, I just delete it. Like, delete, next, whatever. So that would be my advice on that, is just either delete it, archive it, or report it, depending on how uncomfortable it makes you or how their Facebook profile appears. Because I get a lot of mail requests for my Bumps and Beyond groups, and it's so creepy. And I just push block, report, block, report, block, report, block, report. Because if they're doing it to me, they're doing it to other people. So I just block it and report it, and Facebook can handle it. All right. So fresh scripts and stuff for your challenge groups. So Alicia is actually in my challenge group, and this has been really nice. And so I would recommend this to you guys as new coaches. One, you are welcome to join my challenge groups especially the first 3 months of your business, so that you can just get comfortable on your journey, get comfortable posting, get comfortable with coaching and sharing it, and how to manage your customers and see where the business goes. And I think that's really helped Alicia just kind of be able to focus on her business and not have to worry about all the other stuff at the moment. And you can kind of learn that as you piece together. Do you think it's been helpful, Alicia? I don't know if she can hear.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So as a new coach, if you get challengers, you are more than welcome to put them into my group. And if you have them, just message me and we'll get you plugged into the Challenge Tracker app and into the Fitness Accountability group. And now, Megan and Danielle, you're brand new, so you are in my Setup for Success. Like, let's go through all those motions. So then you guys will be added into my Challenge Tracker group as a challenger at the end of the week. So as coaches, I want you talking to people and, helping them on their journey. So if somebody purchases All Access or an All Access Challenge Pack, or even just Shakeology, or even just a base kit of a program, you can plug them into this challenge tracker group as well, so that they have community and support to have. Okay. So
perfect.
One thing, so with that, I guess, is join my group if you need to off the bat. 2, team up with another coach or 2 and run your own challenge group. So now that Alicia's been here for a while, she's done my groups for a while, I will probably give her a little gentle nudge in around October. I'll let her get through the first month of her twins going to high school, and then I'll say, I need a little nudge and encourage her to grab her success partner and run these groups by themselves. But grab a partner, grab 2 or 3 of you and run them together. I think you get different ideas. I think it's good for your challengers. They get to see different perspectives. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so when I bring in a working mom, we connect on the mom level and the nursing and the workouts and handling a household, but I don't have to leave my house to work full-time. And so it's nice to have a coach in there that might have to do that, or another challenger that has to do that, and pairing them together. Okay, so the more variety and about each other, it can be very beneficial. And then your posts, so what we do in our challenge group is each of us has a day to post. And that way, they're not just hearing from me, there's different perspectives, there's different struggles, different ideas, and it's not all on me to post 7 days in a row, which sometimes can be like, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to post. So it's nice to kind of have that breakup. Tip number 3 would be to post on the fly, be a free flower, as Candy talked about last night. And I think that's been working really well for our group, is that nothing is scripted. And I have a theme for every day. So Monday is the results. I want them to think about, did they measure? Did they weigh? I'm gonna find my sheet for this. Did they, so Mondays, I'm really organized, I promise. Mondays, I ask them to measure their progress, whether it's photos, scales, non-scale victory, something to give them, to measure their progress. Tuesday, I do a recognition for, or we celebrate a non-scale victory, or maybe a recipe, or I will do, I actually didn't do this week, recognition for how many Shakeologies logged, how many workouts logged, and celebrating that. And then who posts on Tuesday? You?
No, I'm Thursday. I think is it Brandy?
I think it's Brandy. So whatever she feels that day, whatever she's, whatever's motivating her to get up and get moving in the morning, or whatever, she has that post to come up with. Wednesday, I give a tip. So not every day I'm giving a tip. Wednesday is a good tip day. So I think, Alicia, you post Wednesday and Friday?
Nope, Thursday.
Who posts Wednesday?
Wednesday was supposed to be the girl who's no longer doing it.
Yeah. So I post a tip of some sort. So sleep, food, recipe, a workout, the way the body works, something like that, so that they have a tip to go off of. And it's not something, and I think this is where Anna might feel very overwhelmed, is maybe trying to give them a tip every day. And that can be very overwhelming.
Yeah.
You have to think of like 30 tips. It's like, okay. Well, I only use like 7 of these in my life. So, to pick one day and have that be the day that you give them a tip. Thursday, I like to do Throwback Thursday at some point in the week. Well, Thursday, but you can do this any day. Sentences like, last week I was feeling this way, but 6 days later I feel this way. 1 month ago, I didn't think I could ever do 10 push-ups, but today I did 12 push-ups, and they can kind of fill in those blanks. Before I started drinking Shakeology, I would eat XYZ and feel blah, but now I have this amazing shake and I love it. So just really trying to get them to think about not only their weight loss progress, but things that they're changing in their health and their food and their sleep and their confidence, how they feel about themselves, how they picture their body. Those always go really well in the challenge group. Friday is usually just something fun, like a Flex Friday, a weekend tip, staying motivated for the weekend. Saturday, I have been emailing a Shakeology ingredient, a new recipe for them to try. And Sunday is always a meal prep tip and my meal plan. So those are some ideas that you can take away. The other big resource that you have for your challenge groups, Beachbody and our Coach Online Office has every challenge group guide for every group. Okay, so if you log into your Coach Online Office, I'll show you. Okay, so you're in your Coach Online Office. If you go to Sales and Marketing and then go to Challenge Group Tools, you'll see Challenge Group Guides right over here. View all Challenge Group Guides. So you will see these are all challenge group guides that Beachbody, like if we have the Sean Week focus, how we have that challenge group guide, there's a challenge group guide for every single program that we have. So even if you just need new ideas, but everyone's doing a different program, you can click on these, Core to Forest challenge group, PIO challenge group, and get different tips, get different tricks, meal plans, pictures, graphics, all of that stuff. So, if you do multi-program guides, so it won't get anything specific, which a lot of us would want, you can see on here, it has your whole prep week, getting started, here's pictures, nutrition. But if you go right here, you can click on topics. So you can, what do you need? You need motivation? Filter. Okay, perfect. Now it gives you all the motivation posts that they use. And look it doesn't have to be anything wild and crazy. People sometimes just need one word, one sentence to get them up and motivated. And that's what I did in my Sean group. Megan was in there, is I used this tool, but then I tweaked the pictures sometimes, or I added in my own special flair, but this gave me inspiration to be inspirational for my challengers. So even if you wanted to start with something like this, and then don't forget your Shakeology or Beachbody performance supplements today. And then underneath that, say, this is how I'm using mine. This is why I love mine. This is what it does for me. This is how it works for me. This is my favorite recipe, and kind of put your own spin on it. That's how you take something that inspired you and make it your own. And you can do your own picture here. So, you can do motivation. There's check-in, different ways to check in. Halfway, what are you struggling with, like asking them questions. And then here's links. So if there's specific links that I'll talk about, challenge group best practices, everything you need to do. So using the challenge tracker app, kicking off the group with meetings and expectations. I like to do just a big live video if that works. The prep meal guides right here. So it'll bring you all. So it's all right here for you. So if you're stuck on content, or you need inspiration, or you need, whatever, it's all right here in this little tool for you. And this is amazing. And that's not even the best part. You gotta download all images. So you don't even have to right click and save all of the, I didn't mean to click on that, all of the pictures individually. You can, it's all downloading right here, which I don't want to do. But you can download all the images, and so you just have them. You don't have to go through and save them individually. All right. And then see complete guide. You can see the whole thing. And you can just copy and paste if you want, however personalized you want to run your challenge group. So that's there for you. And then this also took me, you saw it, but the Team Beachbody blog is an amazing tool if you need recipes, meal plans. Like I should not ever have to hand another client a meal plan if they have this link. Like, here's a ton of different food plans, all done, all portion controlled out. Like, all you have to do is pick your bracket. Okay. But here's fitness tips, fitness ideas, lifestyle, so fashion, parenting, relationships, mind, body, 7 things, like different articles that if you want to, make 5 posts about being a night owl, or 6 ways to flip your body shame and script, and give them 6 tips, on how to speak positive to your body. These are all things that you can use this blog for. And as I'm saying this, I'm like, man, that's a really good tool right there. That little mind body, like that's what we're really working on, right? Is that mind body, and like telling our mind that our body's great and we can do great things, and loving ourselves. So that is how I would freshen up your scripts, would be using that tool, those 2 tools. Team up, join in mind to kind of get some ideas, get some alleviation. So hopefully that helps you guys and gives you an answer to that question. Okay. Any questions so far on any of that? Helpful?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so the big question, like page versus personal page. So you're going to hear a ton, especially because Candy just did the team call and all of hers is on her like page. So if you hear Jesse Regan's training or social team builder or anything like that, it's all run from your like page. You can take some of the practices in the sense of telling your story and having good pictures and having a good cover photo and apply that to your personal page, but you just can't run ads on your personal page. So that's the biggest thing. And you can only add so many friends, that kind of thing. So a lot of people obviously start a like page. Now, I started a like page right when I became a coach, but it was a lot differently ran then. You didn't have to pay for ads. You didn't have to pay for that kind of stuff. It really was just another page. It wasn't used in the business way that it is now. So a lot of things have changed. Now, what I encourage you to do is build your business on your personal page for especially the first 3 months. If you have people to connect with, if you have a pretty accurate or active warm market. Some of you might not have a ton of friends on Facebook. Some of you might not have anyone that really supports you, or whatever the case may be. So I really encourage you for the first 3 months, because I don't want you to stress out about posting personal and like and that kind of stuff, and focusing on comments and likes and how many likes and comments did you get and or you didn't get, and seeing that. So if you, and I know Danielle has created just a group that is following her journey. So she's posting her meals, she's posting her workouts, she's posting about her family and stuff, but she wasn't quite comfortable doing that all on her personal page. So she just created a private group that she's inviting people to join if they want to follow along. So she's running her new business that way. Another coach, Amy, does that, and she has been doing that since she started, and she's seen success with it as well and feels comfortable doing it that way. I would have never thought that. I would have never thought to do a group, but it's working well for them. It's working well for you so far too, right, Danielle?
Definitely, I would say. I actually did have a question regarding it, because it is a public group, and I've added people that I know from my friends list that would be interested and, have given me feedback and have gotten involved in it as well, asking questions and stuff like that. And so my biggest question is, how do I get people that I don't know to come to my group?
So
do you know that?
That's where a like page comes in.
Okay.
Which is, so, but with that said, what you can do on your end, and this is how I built my business primarily the first year and a half, because I wasn't putting a ton of time. I was posting on my like page, but I wasn't putting a ton of effort into it. Is just other groups of moms, different twin mom, new mom, toddler food eating groups, football, it doesn't have to be moms. My niche is just focused on moms. But it could be any kind of, dog walking group or dog group, cat group, bike riding, swimming, like whatever your hobbies are, or things like that. And I actually met Meg on a like page. On Oxygen Magazine, there was a question about why you work out or why you stay healthy. And I commented and I said, so I don't ever have to worry about my next event. Like, I don't ever have to be like, oh my God, I need to lose 15 pounds before this wedding. Like, I just always felt in shape. And Meg commented underneath and she goes, oh my God, me too. And the rest is history. That's how I met. So, you know, go on different pages, go on different like pages. It doesn't have to necessarily be groups, and just kind of answer questions and interact. You're gonna have to get out of your comfort zone a little bit, but if you can comment below them and see, you know, if someone comments and it's something you get along with, or you would say, or you would think, like, don't be afraid to comment below and be like, oh my gosh, me too. And then private message them and say, hey, I thought the same thing. I just thought it'd be easier to private message you than have a conversation on that thread. And now you're building this relationship. Don't even think about the sale. Don't even think about an invitation to Beachbody. Just focus on that relationship and make sure it is somebody that you would want to sit on a call with, that you would want to help, that you would want to have coffee with, that you would, you know, hang out with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So I'm not going to talk too much. I only have 9 minutes about like how to meet people on your like page, because that is, you know, running ads primarily is how Beachbody, how Facebook has really just run it that way, where you have to invest into Facebook for them to give you people. So if you get to that 2-3 month mark and you're ready to open a like page and make it public and share your journey, you can make it, I would do United States, Canada, and UK if you open it up, because that's where those are the 3 places we'll be. So I think the biggest question is what to post on what thing. So I think of my personal page. If I was not doing Beachbody, what would I post? So I don't stress too much about what I post on my personal page. Sometimes, I usually always post my workout, but I did that before I even became a coach. So that's something that my people would have saw regardless, because that's just a huge hobby of mine. My degree is in health and fitness. You know, albums of my kids. I post like just one-liners. I post quotes. I post, you know, date night. I post what we're doing. Like I just look at it as like, what would my family and friends want to see, even if I wasn't doing Beachbody? Does that make sense? Because what I do is I meet people on my like page, and I'm posting about my intentional posts, my inspirational posts, my whole story on my like page. And I'm building those connections and relationships, and people are getting to know me, and honestly sitting there choosing and thinking, like, do I like this girl? Do I not like this girl? Do I connect with her? Like, if I do like her, why? Like, and kind of figuring that out. And then as I message them for liking my page or liking a post, or they message me, now I send them a friend request, and now they're on both of my pages. So now they were hooked, quote unquote, by the inspiration, by the story, by the change, by Beachbody, essentially. So we talk, we chat, maybe they do a challenge group, maybe they do nothing, but they're in my new moms group, whatever. And now they're on my personal page where they can kind of see my life. They can see that I'm just a normal person who doesn't shower for a couple days and has 3 kids, right? And has a husband that travels a little bit. And I am from Michigan, and I do love Jesus. And, you know, they can get a glimpse of that on my like page, but then they really get to kind of be friends with me over here, if that makes sense. You guys can't see my hands on the phone, but I have 2 hands going on my personal page. Does that make sense? Does that concept kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So anything that's posted on my like page is pretty thought out. It has intention. It has a pretty picture. It has a picture with an app. Like, there's a filter on there or something. It's my story. It's my whole story, or it's a piece of my story. And that's what I post on there religiously 3 to 4 times a day. So yes, I do post hook posts on my personal page because of what I just said. So there are people that I brought over from my like page that are now on my personal page. And maybe they'll see the hook post on my like page. Probably not, because they don't get a ton of engagement. But they may see it on my personal page. And they may feel more comfortable messaging me on my personal page because we're friends versus a page in business. Does that kind of make sense? So I try to weave in a few things on my personal page about my business because it is a part of me, and it's my page, so I'm going to do whatever I want. But I don't like blast Beachbody on my personal page. It's more just me, and Beachbody is a part of me. So you're going to see that on there. But on my like page, my intent is to inspire. My intent is to have someone read that post and either laugh or be educated or think about their life or think about their choices or learn a new recipe or learn why I like Beachbody or what Beachbody On Demand is or what coaching is, or, I post a lot about being a mom on there. So I think another thing is what to post on like page, what to post on personal when you're running both. You can post the exact same post if you want to. It doesn't matter. So don't create more work for yourself. Usually I'll change the picture. Maybe it's a different angle. Maybe it's a different filter color. Maybe it's one's with Hayden, one's without Hayden. I might change the picture a little bit, but the context can still be the same. I'm trying to think, like workout photo, for example. Like I will post the same photo, and on my like page, there might be 2 or 3 paragraphs, or on my personal page, it might just be something like 2 sentences. It's not going to be this huge inspirational thing. It's just going to be like, another Flex Friday, like something silly, But it's showing that I'm still doing my workout. I'm still doing Beachbody workout. I'm drinking Energized. Like, people still see that every day. Does that help? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. And Danielle, that can be for your group versus your personal page as well. You can be more inspirational in your group and share the full story and share snippets or different pictures. Like if you post a picture of you and your kids in your group, maybe you post just a picture of you with a similar caption on your personal page.
Okay.
So
that's a good tip.
You can kind of weave those in by just sharing what you're comfortable with or what you think that audience would like on that. I'm trying to pull up a picture and give an example. Like the hook post I did for coaching tonight, it's the exact same thing on both. Same picture, same everything. No likes, no comments or anything on my like page. I don't know what's on my personal. The other thing you can do is I don't share. So if I post on my like page, I'm not, as Brittany on my personal page, going to my like page and sharing it so that people see it. So I'm not sharing as Brittany Wright. I'm not sharing Brittany Wright Professional's page. I will log into my browser and tag me in my like page so that it shows up in my timeline. Or I like to do this sometimes for a recipe is share a picture of what I'm making on my personal page and say, hey, can't wait to eat this salad. Check out. And then I'll, I don't know what the @ symbol and then my like page name. Check out Brittany Wright over here for the recipe. So people have to click my name to go over my like page and get the recipe. So you can do that with transformations. I did that with a weekend fit tip on Friday. Like, hey, same picture, but the content's over there. Yeah. There's a delay, so I start laughing and no one laughs. And then you guys laugh. I feel really cool when that happens. So does that help? Does that kind of decipher? I have less than a minute, so I want to make sure that it helps.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. And feel free, like, you can look at my page and see, like, oh, that's that picture, but the captions are different. And just to kind of get a feel for what I do and how I do it. And I don't follow any, like, time, like, I post this on Friday.